A 1997 Toyota Land Cruiser FJ80 just sold on Bring a Trailer for $52,000. The original sticker price in 1997 was $38,000. That means a 27-year-old SUV with over 150,000 miles on it sold for more than it cost brand new, adjusted for nothing. Toyota sold approximately 112,000 of those FJ80 Land Cruisers over a 10-year production run. Today, fewer than 40,000 remain in registered use in the United States. That disappearance is not an accident, and that appreciation is not a fluke. There is a rule that smart buyers have figured out. A cutoff year that separates SUVs that hold value from SUVs that bleed money the second you drive them off the lot. The automotive industry does not want you to understand this rule. Dealerships definitely do not want you to understand it. But once you see the pattern, you cannot unsee it. They call it the 1999 rule, and it is reshaping how informed buyers approach the SUV market entirely. Here is what happened. In 1996, the EPA mandated that every vehicle sold in the United States must be equipped with an OBD2 diagnostic system. OBD stands for Onboard Diagnostics. The second generation of this system standardized how computers communicate with mechanics, how emissions are monitored, and how the government tracks compliance. Before 1996, vehicles used OBD1 systems. These were simpler. They varied by manufacturer. And critically, they were not designed to be interrogated by regulators or third-party diagnostic tools in the same way. The 1996 mandate changed everything, but there is a loophole. Vehicles manufactured before the 1996 model year are exempt from OBD2 requirements entirely, and vehicles from 1996 through 1999 occupy a transitional gray zone where compliance varies, enforcement is inconsistent, and the systems themselves are far less invasive than what came after 2000. This is not just about trucks. This applies equally to SUVs, and the market is responding. Hagerty, the classic vehicle insurance company, tracks appreciation rates on collector vehicles. Their data from 2023 shows that pre-2000 Toyota Land Cruisers appreciated 14% year over year. Pre-2000 Toyota 4Runners appreciated 11%. Pre-2000 Chevrolet Suburbans and Tahoes appreciated 8%. Meanwhile, SUVs from 2010 to 2020 depreciated an average of 9% over the same period. So older SUVs are gaining value while newer ones lose it. The crossover point is somewhere around 1999 to 2001, depending on the model. Before that line, you are buying an appreciating asset. After that line, you are buying a depreciating liability. But why these specific SUVs? Why are buyers paying premiums for vehicles that are pushing 30 years old? The answer is mechanical simplicity combined with proven durability. Take the 1997 Toyota Land Cruiser. The FJ80 series uses a 4.5-liter inline six-cylinder engine. No turbochargers, no direct injection, no complex variable valve timing systems. The engine is derived from Toyota's truck program, which was designed for reliability in developing markets where mechanics might be days away and parts had to last. The transmission is a 4-speed automatic, not a CVT, not a dual-clutch automated manual, a conventional torque converter automatic with a proven design. The four-wheel drive system is mechanical, not electronic. There is no terrain management computer deciding how much power goes to each wheel based on 47 sensor inputs. You engage low range with a lever. The system works because it is simple. Compare this to a 2024 Land Cruiser. The new model uses a twin-turbocharged 3.4-liter V6 with 326 horsepower. It has a 10-speed automatic transmission. It runs electronic everything, from the limited slip differential to the adaptive suspension to the terrain response system. On paper, the new one is more capable. In practice, it is more fragile. More sensors mean more failure points. More electronics mean more potential gremlins. And when something breaks, the repair requires specialized diagnostic equipment, dealer-only software, and parts that cost 3 to 5 times what equivalent components cost for the older generation. The average repair bill for a 2024 luxury SUV with a drivetrain issue exceeds $4,000. The average repair bill for a 1997 Land Cruiser with a similar issue is under $1,200. And the older vehicle can be fixed by any competent mechanic with a basic tool set. This is the calculation that smart buyers are making. They are looking at total cost of ownership, not just purchase price. And when you factor in depreciation, repair costs, insurance rates, and longevity, the pre-2000 SUV wins. The 4Runner follows the same pattern. The second-generation 4Runner from 1990 to 1995 and the third generation from 1996 to 2002 are both climbing in value. Clean examples with manual transmissions now sell for $15,000 to $25,000 depending on condition. These were $20,000 vehicles when new. The Chevrolet Suburban tells a similar story. The GMT 400 platform from 1992 to 1999 used the small block V8 that Chevrolet had been refining since the 1950s. Mechanics know these engines. Parts are everywhere. The trucks will run for 300,000 miles with basic maintenance. But here is the part the dealers really do not want you to know. These pre-2000 SUVs also fall outside most emissions testing requirements in many states. In California, vehicles 30 years or older are exempt from smog testing entirely. In Texas, vehicles 25 years or older are exempt. In Florida, there is no state emissions testing at all. This means a 1997 Land Cruiser in California is smog exempt. A 1996 4Runner in Texas requires no annual inspection beyond basic safety. The regulatory burden disappears. Meanwhile, that 2024 Land Cruiser requires annual emissions compliance, software updates to maintain compliance, and will eventually face repair bills when emissions-related components fail and require replacement to pass inspection. So where does this leave the smart buyer? If you are in the market for an SUV and you plan to keep it for 5 years or more, the pre-2000 rule deserves serious consideration. Look for Toyota Land Cruisers from 1990 to 1997, the FJ80 series. Look for Toyota 4Runners from 1996 to 2002, the third generation. Look for Chevrolet Suburbans and Tahoes from 1992 to 1999, the GMT 400 platform. Prioritize vehicles with documented maintenance history. Rust is the enemy, so avoid examples from SALT states if possible. Budget for a pre-purchase inspection by a mechanic who specializes in older Toyotas or GM trucks. The market is already moving. Prices on clean examples have doubled in the past 5 years. They will continue climbing as supply shrinks and more buyers figure out what the smart money already knows. You can pay $75,000 for a new SUV that will be worth $45,000 in 3 years and require a computer science degree to maintain. Or you can pay $30,000 for a 1997 Land Cruiser that will be worth $35,000 in 3 years and can be fixed with hand tools. The 1999 rule is not a secret anymore, but the window to take advantage of it is closing. Every year, more of these SUVs disappear from the road. Rust claims them, accidents claim them, buyers who do not know what they have sell them to people who do. The question is which side of that transaction you want to be on.